So thank you guys. We're back on track now. We're gonna get started right now. That's it before. My name is Owen Williams, and the presentation this afternoon is about a company, and the name of the company is Love BIOME, made of two words, love and biome. We all know what love means, right? We all know what love means. We all have persons that we care about, loved ones we care about. It's about them, you and them this afternoon. And the word biome will be much clearer when I'm done this afternoon with what biome really means, all right? So without further ado, let's crack a locking going. How is your health, my friends? How is your health? How is your health? If I ask you that question, how would you respond? Would you say, I have lost a measure of health? I'm not doing so well, I've lost a measure of health. Would that be your response? If that is your response, then I would say to you, this session is for you, because we're going to show you a way in which you can actually regain that measure of health that you have lost. What if you answered more positively? You have lost a measure of, you are okay, you're healthy. This session will still be for you. Why? Because we're going to show you ways in which you can keep that good health. Because it's one thing to have it and lose it, but how about having it and not losing it? All right, that's what it's all about. So this presentation, whether you answer yea or nay, is still for you. What are the things affecting our health today? There are many factors impacting on our health today. And one of those factors is the obesity crisis. How many of us are on the call that can say that we could release some weight right now? Or we know somebody who could release some weight, a loved one that we care about, right? We know obesity affects one's health in a big, profound way, right? We know that. So if you lose, especially men at a certain age, the more your weight is over 40, is the more you're leaning towards going into debilitating health issues. All right. The more you keep your health under 40, the more you are staying away from those issues. All right. So we're going to show you ways in which to do that. What about energy? Once upon a time, maybe there are others like this on this call, but once upon a time, I can recall, I used to wake up in the morning with low energy, go to work with low energy, come back with low energy, go to bed with low energy, wake up again in the morning with low energy, and decide to keep on continuing. My big question is, are you that type of person? And if you're that type of person, what are you doing about it? Most persons will say, this is the answer they will give. Well, I drink several cups of coffee during the day. That's not healthy. Or they drink the Monsters or the Red Bulls or the Venoms or whatever. Let's look at the names. Let's take a note of the names. Can't be healthy. Venom, Monster, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we're going to show you a healthy, super healthy way to take charge of the energy in your body. So you have more energy with the things you want to do throughout the day, plus some. How about sugar addiction? How many of us can honestly say that I am addicted to sugar? I'm addicted to sugar. And we know sugar addiction is not a good thing. But from birth, our taste buds were trained to love sugar. Everything is full of sugar. Even today, the ketchups, the mayonnaise, everything is full of sugar. Even fries have sugar these days, right? When you go to the restaurants, they're cooking with sugar. The rice cooked with sugar, the meat can cook with sugar, sugar. And what they're telling us that it enhances flavor. Well, it does other things too, like put your gut in dysbiosis that leads to diseases. Not good. How about stress and anxiety or depression? How many of us can say, you know what, I'm really suffering from stress and depression? The thing is, this stress and depression thing is a silent killer. Because more of us, so many persons are suffering from depression and stress and probably don't know until it manifests itself in an ugly situation. All right? We have an answer for that too today. So I'm going to tell you, I tell you again, you're not on this call by coincidence today, my friend. You're going to get some information that could change your life or possibly save your life. All right? Why are we so unhealthy? Why do you think we're so unhealthy? You know why we're unhealthy? We're unhealthy because the food that we are eating, the food that we are eating today is fast, cheap, nutritionally bankrupt, that leads to obesity, heart disease, diabetes, lack of energy, and depression. In fact, if I should ask you, give me a definition for the word food, most of us would be wrong, because most of us would be inclined to explain away that food is that which we consume to keep hunger away or the pangs of hunger away. No, food is more complex than that. Food is that which we consume, which when is broken down by the body, provides nutrients to our 60 trillion cells. So if you're eating food or if you're consuming things that are nutritionally bankrupt, that ain't food. I call them stuffings. You're only stuffing your gut or stuffing yourself with something that is not helping you beyond just stuffing your gut. That ain't right. That ain't right. We need a solution and we need it fast. Not today. We need it from yesterday. All right? Now, adding to the confusion is the fact that we are living in what we call supplement insanity. Supplements are good enough, very important, but what's happening right now, there's so much to choose from, is creating confusion. Do you know in Europe, there's over 47,000 dietary supplements that are available to consumers today? Now imagine this, you have 47,000 different supplements to choose from. And every year, the European Food Union approves another 6,000 new supplements. This is added to the market every year. All right? So this is what I'm trying to say here is this, creating confusion. And it's no better in the US, because in the US, there's over 29,000 dietary supplements on the shelves available to consumers today, with a further 1,000 new supplements approved by the FDA each year to add to the confusion. Yes, my friends, it is confusion. And then we're talking about conflicting messages, adding to the confusion. Each era has created more complexity and more conflicting messages than the era before. All right? Take a look at this. We are living in what we call the pop a pill era, where if you need to lose weight, there's a particular pill. If you have trouble sleeping, a particular pill. If you lack energy, pill for that. It's a pill for every ill. All of that is adding to the confusion. And then I want to show you something. Guys, I want to show you this. Do you know that even the pharmaceutical society right now is not better, because we are fed daily with more conflicting, confusing messages. Take a look at this and tell me if you spot the confusion. I'm showing you something here right now. Take a look at this ad.
Here's me, and here's my depression. Before I started taking Abilify, I was taking an antidepressant alone. Most days I could put on a brave face and muddle through, but other days I still struggled with my depression. I was managing, but it always had a way of creeping up on me. I felt stuck. I just couldn't shake my depression, so I talked to my doctor. He said adding Abilify to my antidepressant could help with my depression, and that some people had symptom improvement as early as 1 to 2 weeks. He also told me about a free trial offer from Abilify. Now, I feel more in control of my depression.
Abilify is not for everyone. Call your doctor if your depression worsens or if you have unusual changes in behavior or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Elderly dementia patients taking Abilify have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion to address a possible life-threatening condition, or if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these could become permanent. High blood sugar has been reported with Abilify and medicines like it. In some cases, extreme high blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Other risks include decreases in white blood cells, which can be...
I'm sure by now you spot the confusion. Imagine you're taking something to stop an issue, but the side effects to you taking that thing is far more dangerous than the thing you're trying to stop. That is confusion. That is adding to the complexity of the issues we are facing today when it comes to finding help to live longer lives. Now, how do we take care of our health? How do we take care of our health? Is there an easy way, a simpler way to go about taking care of our health? Since we're living in a very confused era with a lot of complex mixed messages that is adding to the confusion? Is there a way in which we can fix our health that is not so confusing? Let me rephrase the question. What would you do if you found out there is one thing, not 2 or 47,000 things, one thing that you could do to look good, feel good, and impact your health? What would you do if I told you that? And is there such a thing? And the answer is a resounding yes. There is such a thing. And that thing is to address that microenvironment that exists within the digestive system, your GI tract, within your gastrointestinal tract, which starts at your mouth, all the way down to your small and large intestine, that ends at your anus, and everything in between. This area is called the center of health in the body, right? It's the command center of health in the body. No, I never knew this until recently, and I've been in the wellness space for a while. So I'm saying this message is one of the most compelling messages ever at this point in time, and it's changing a lot of lives right now. Now, we are talking about this area from your mouth down through to your small intestine, large intestine, and out to your anus. And it includes all the foods, liquids, medicines, toxins, chemicals, probiotics, prebiotics, viruses, and enzymes, including your digestive fluids, and even the occasional pebble or stone, pebble or coin that may get lodged there by accident. It all forms a part of your microbiome. And this area, my friend, is so important to you. This area consists of over 100 trillion cells, 100 trillion cells, 90% of our DNA, with 100% of 100,000 genes. It's a delicate ecosystem comprised of microorganisms, we call them gut bugs, that are there working in a symbiotic arrangement to give you optimal health. And we're going to be talking about that area today and how it affects your health in a big profound way. Now, several years ago, about 3,000 plus years ago, a well-learned, respectable gentleman by the name of Hippocrates is actually lovingly called the father of modern medicine, made a statement, and the statement he made was that all disease begins in the gut. Not some, every last disease begins in the gut. Every disease starts in the gut, all right? And we have found that thing to be so true. Your gut microbiome, that delicate area in the body there, controls your mood, your energy, your sleep, your weight, your circadian rhythm, to be exact, including your immunity. In fact, if you were to do a study right now and ask, go to Google or wherever and ask, where in my body is my immune system? Have you ever asked yourself this question before now? They're always talking about your immune system. Protect your immune system. Boost your immune system. You ever ask the question, where is my immune system? I know where I can touch my eyes. I know where my feet are, my head, my nose. But where's my immune system? Well, if you do a research, you'll find that 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut, in that delicate area I just showed you recently. Your gut microbiome, consisting of over 100 trillion microbes. Yes, my friends, your gut. This is a center of health, and this area impacts every physiological system in the body. Not so. All. Nothing goes on in the body from a physiological point of view that the gut doesn't have something to do with. All right? So it controls your overall health. It's very profound. Very profound. And by the way, it doesn't matter how much supplements and vitamins you have at your house. If your gut ain't right, these things don't make no sense. They have little or no impact on your health. I never knew this before now. If I knew this before now, let me tell you, how many of us spend hundreds of thousands of dollars each year on supplements? And we don't even realize that we're not getting as much as we should from them because we got no right. Our gut is not proper. You gotta fix the gut first, my friends. Fix the gut first. Because if your microbiome is not healthy, those treatments will do you little or no good. And it's a fact, not hearsay. It has been documented. guess what? Every disease, autism, HIV, diabetes, arthritis, cancer, liver disease, rheumatic disease, even aging, right? These issues emanate from where? The gut. Emanate from the gut, all right? In fact, what are the issues affecting your family right now? What are the issues affecting your family? What name, disease, or malady is affecting your family right now? Put that into Google. Then after you put it in, you type and gut microbiome. And what are you going to find? You're going to find a lot of peer-reviewed scholarly articles written by universities and all kind of well-learned individuals as to how the gut impacts these issues or that particular issue. Either because you're either saying that if the gut is well, it staves off the issue, or saying that if the gut is not well, you are more prone to these issues. Powerful. Now, how many of us heard the term leaky gut before? Leaky gut. Now, what is leaky gut? What is leaky gut? My friends, leaky gut comes about when there is a dysbiosis of the gut, where the bad bacteria proliferate and outnumbers the good bacteria, and then you're not going as often as you should, and then these feces hardens in the large intestine, and then after a while, you start having little small tears and rips in the gut lining, and then the bad gases, poisonous gases from the gut, bacteria, feces, and other bad things leaches out from the intestine into the bloodstream, and then creates inflammatory type diseases. My friends, more persons are suffering from leaky gut than they even know. It's responsible for so many different things, right? It affects the brain, creating depression and anxiety. It affects the skin, creating acne, rosacea, eczema, and psoriasis. It affects the thyroid, creating Graves, Hashimoto's. It affects the colon, creating constipation and diarrhea, IBD. The adrenal glands, giving rise to fatigue. It affects the joints, giving rise to rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, and headaches. It affects the sinus and the mouth, giving rise to frequent colds, food sensitivities, and all that kind of things. So, leaky gut is a culprit you don't want to have in your body. You don't want that to happen. How does it happen? When the gut is not balanced and there's dysbiosis, and then you have all those issues that leads to leaky gut. So we need to fix that in our bodies, or prevent that. Now, don't take my word for it. You go and do your own research. You will see for yourself. You will see for yourself. I was on the phone recently with someone, and they were telling me about some rare issue that her daughter had, because the daughter was a cesarean birth child, plus she wasn't breastfed. No, guys, those are two major issues. If your child was not a vaginal birth type child, plus not breastfed, two strikes that, because when a child is born vaginally, they are given a chance to absorb or come into contact with the mother's microbes, thus helping to create a robust immune system upon birth. That's the reason why when children are born through cesarean, you'll find that they will put the child at one side and they will swap the child with the mother's vaginal juices so that the microbes from the mother's gut and so on would be absorbed by the child. Now, when you don't breastfeed the child, the second issue, because through breastfeeding is another way in which the child gets access to the mother's microbes. So denying the child the passage through the vagina, plus not breastfeeding them, is two strikes. So that child was that my friend's daughter situation, and she had a ton of issues, very sickly, stopped from school very frequently, and was suffering from a rare issue. So me with my big mouth said to the mother, you know what? The gut affects everything. And I confidently put her online, went on Google, typed in that issue, and added and gut microbiome and held my breath. Held my breath, hoping that whatever was said to me that I was repeating all along will follow through. And guys, as I sit here, the Google came back saying the gut microbiome, and I'm going to get the name when I finish here. I'm going to talk with you and get the name. So the next time we speak about this, I'll mention the disease, right? And I was vindicated right there. It says that this particular issue I was suffering from, and they named it, is as a result of unbalanced gut microbes in the gut microbiota. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. So you do your research yourself. The microbiome is the center of health, it's the command center of the body. If you fix your command center, you fix you. Fix your gut so the gut can fix you. That's it. No going around this. In fact, this microbiome conversation, the era of the microbiome, is the biggest wave in health in our generation. If you are in health and wellness and you are not talking along the lines of this new phenomenon, then you are off track. It's as if you are in transportation and all your life you are selling horse buggies. And then the Model T Ford came on the scene and you're not talking about the Model T Ford. You're still talking about horse buggies. After a while, you're going to lose relevance because the market has stepped up and has advanced. So the area of the microbiome is the biggest wave in health in a generation. It is the most urgent and compelling message in health right now. Nothing is more urgent than it. And after a while, you're going to hear more and more institutions and learned people speaking about the gut microbiome because it's getting there. So the question is, how do we take care of our gut microbiome? How do we go about taking care of this area in our body? How do we go about taking care of the center of health, the command center of health in our bodies? Well, let's refer back to Mr. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine. He said 3,000 years ago, let food be thy medicine. And we just spoke a while ago, it couldn't be that he was talking about oodles and noodles and pizza and fries and stuff, because they never had those things back then, 3,000 years ago. They never had TV dinners and all this kind of fast food, no. And popcorn and hamburgers and all that kind of stuff. So when he said food, he was talking about what? Plant, food derived from plant. And this company has a motto or battle cry or credo or whatever you want to call it. Their thing is plant life gives life. How many times have you heard a person who got a bad report from the doctor? But you know what? Let me give you an example. There is a man that was a well-known gentleman that used to be in King, that was alive. He used to live in Kingston. This man got a 6-month death sentence from his doctor that he had cancer and he was going to die in 6 months. The man went home and changed his diet, came off meat, started eating plant-based, and started drinking a lot of juices. The doctor told him that he was going to die in 6 months. He lived beyond 25 years. 25 years plus later he died, not from cancer. He died from some freak accident, car accident, right? And you know what happened? You know why he never died from cancer? Because he changed his diet to the life-giving food sources from plants, right? And this is not something that is just a today talk. This is from ancient days. If you go to your Bible, Revelation 22 speaks about how in the midst of the street of it, on either side of the river, was a tree of life, was the tree of life, not the meat and potatoes of life, not the fried fish and stewed chicken of life, the tree of life, plant-based, which bear 12 manner of fruits and yielded her fruit every month. This last line is my favorite. And the leaves of the tree were for what? The healing of the nations. No wonder this gentleman lived 25 plus years after he got that death sentence, because he went back to the healing food sources of plant life. Now, this company, knowing that, went all across the world and examined over 400 of the best of plant life that plant life had to offer, 400 superfoods. And they made a short list of 96 of those superfoods. And I'll tell you why they did that. Because as I told you before, plant life, gift life is their thing. It's what they live by. So they went and they sourced, ethically sourced food groups from all over the world, right? Powerful superfoods. Some we know and we have heard of, and some we have never heard of. They went even into what we call blue zones. What are blue zones? These are areas in the world that people commonly and normally live over 125 years. Now stop and think for a second. You live in an area that if you would die when you are 70, you're considered to have died young or prematurely. Why? Because even 80-year-old women are having kids in those areas. Normally, as if they are 20, and they are living to their old than 25 or 30 years old. We call those areas blue zones, right? So they examine the food that they are eating, and of course, they made a list of all those foods, exotic foods. They even included ancient civilization foods. What were people eating in Bible time that made them live so long? Like the olives and the quinoas and so forth, right? All these foods made its way in our products. Yes, friends. Plus, they visit the spice markets of the world, getting the gingers, the cayenne peppers, the turmerics, and all these peppers and all that kind of stuff. Now, guess what? We think that these things are just to add flavor to our food. No, they are good for the body, excellent for the body. Even organic and ethically sourced herbs, they have found its way in our products. And what they have done is they narrowed this thing from 400 to 96 powerful superfoods to make a powerful system called the Daily 3 system. Refer back to what we said earlier. And let me just stop you once again to say to you. We have our co-host, Verona, doing an amazing job posting links in the chat. So every now and then you can refer to the chat and copy a link that she's posted there that speaks to some profound aspect of our presentation that you can actually do your due diligence to read after this. You can copy those links and save them and then refer back to them after the presentation as a part of your due diligence. So, guys, 400 ethically sourced herbs and superfoods all across the world, narrowed down to a short list of 96 used to make a powerful system called a Daily 3 system. Remember I said earlier, is there something you can do every day? Is there something you could do every day, each day to get you closer and closer to optimal health? That is why this is called the Daily 3 system. Because you're going to use this thing daily. It comprises of 3 very powerful products, my friends. 3 very powerful products. All right? Now, let's talk about the first, what they do. The first one populates, the second one feeds, and the third one detoxifies the gut. One populate the guts with good bacteria. The second one feed those good bacteria with the prebiotics. And the third one detoxify the gut, purges the gut from the bad bacteria and limits these bad bacteria so they don't proliferate, right? Very powerful. And we have some amazing badge of honors as it relates to these powerful products. No additives, 100% vegan, organic, non-GMO, no sugar added, plant-based, 100% plant-based, and they are free of heavy metals and stuff, right? Very powerful. What are in these products? We have fermented foods, and you know fermented foods are very good for the gut, you know that, right? Probiotics and prebiotics, polyphenols and whole foods. How many of us I will say, oh, you know what? Count me out because I'm on a prebiotic already. Well, you may be on a prebiotic, but most of these prebiotics are double strain or single strain. This is a complete probiotic with all the prudent, potent, necessary probiotics that you need to help to keep you healthy. And let me just break down a so let me just break down a quick thing right here, my friend, because most of us have this thing wrong. I used to have it wrong. I grew up thinking that bacteria was bad for the body or bad for us. So you have to sanitize, wash your hands, this and everything and whatever daily because we want to get rid of bacteria. I watched a video on YouTube recently, and this was done by a medical doctor, and the last line she used on the thing was, I'm going to say the last line, and you may find it crazy, but this is what she said. She said, live dirty, eat healthy, and to stay healthy. Live dirty, stay healthy. I'll tell you why she said that. I'll tell you why she said that. Let me go to mission and motive. So we were told that bacteria is bad for you. Get rid of bacteria, right? Right. So we go to the doctor, something wrong with us. They give us a course of antibiotics to wipe out the bad bacteria. Or wipe out the bacteria. Now let me share something with you. If you get a knock at your door and you look out and you see a man brandishing a gun, the man has a firearm on his waist. It is not enough for you to be fearful, because you need to find out what is it? What is the mission and the motive of this person? If the mission and the motive is to rob, steal, kill, and destroy, then you have reason to be fearful. But if the mission is to protect and serve, and by the way, those persons who rob, kill, and destroy, there's a name for this person. We call them gunmen, or depending on their rap sheet, murderers, right? Now, if the mission and the motive of the gun brandishing person is to protect and serve, there's a name for someone like that, either a security officer or a policeman, right? Because his job is to protect and serve and to limit the activity of the first one, the gunmen and the murderers, right? That's their job. Same thing with bacteria. In the body, there are good bacteria and bad bacteria. In fact, there are more good bacteria than there are bad bacteria as a strain, right? Now watch this. The bad bacteria are otherwise called harmful pathogenic type bacteria. Their mission and motive is to create disease and death in the body. And they work 24/7, 365 to do that. The good bacteria, there's a name for them. They are called probiotics. And the word probiotic is made up of two words, Greek word. Pro meaning promoting and life, and biotic meaning life. So in other words, we are saying life-promoting bacteria. So you have more life-promoting bacteria, or you should have more life-promoting bacteria in your gut than the harmful pathogenic type bacteria. Why I say should is that depending on your dieting, or what you eat and how you eat, it will determine whether or not the life-promoting bacteria is more in your gut than the bad bacteria. All right, now we have cleared that up. So two of the most popular bacteria that you get out there is bifidobacterium and lactobacillus. Now, these are two popular strains of bacteria. Now, let's look at how important these two are. It is said that autistic kids, when you check most autistic kids, you find a depletion of bifidobacterium, which could be as a result of the child having gone through bouts of antibacterial treatment that wiped out these bacteria, healthy probiotics from their body. Right? And it's found out that if you give the child dosage things that have these bifidobacterium in, guess what? They start to turn around. We have powerful the amount of autistic testimonials we have, even right here in Jamaica. You'll be surprised. Then, when it comes to lactobacillus, it is said that yeast infection is popularly caused by a yeast called Candida albicans. Now, Candida albicans proliferates in the absence of lactobacillus or other microbes in the gut. Other things cause the Candida albicans to proliferate, like poor dieting, stress, and hormonal imbalances. And also if the woman has been under taking a lot of antibacterial. Right now, the antibacterial drug treatment given to them by their doctor or health service provider does not stop or harm or kills the Candida. But what it does, it eliminates the lactobacillus and other good bacteria. Because let me tell you something, guys, it's like a war. Let's imagine the Vietnam War. and and they get already that, you know what, we have some pain cons in this area. But also in the area are friendly, our soldiers from their side. When they drop a bomb, that bomb has no way of knowing that this person is a Vietcon and this person is a US soldier. So don't kill the US soldier. The bomb kills everything. So is it when you take an antibacterial drug. It kills both the good bacteria, both the bad bacteria, and the life-promoting good bacteria. And so we have to be very careful how often we take these things. I'm not saying they are not to be taken, but they do contribute to dysbiosis in the gut when we wipe out the good life-promoting bacteria. All right? So this product called the Phytopower is my favorite. I love it gone to bed. Let me tell you something. It has a full spectrum probiotic, a proprietary blend. Full spectrum probiotic in this, right? So you don't have to go buy probiotics when you're on this. Plus, what you get also, phytonutrients. Do you know how powerful phytonutrients are? We get phytonutrients from plants. Phytonutrients in a plant strengthen the plant's immune system and protect the plant from disease and environmental harm. So plants that are grown in harsh areas, a lot of sun and a lot of stuff happening, damage the plant, produces these phytonutrients to protect them from these harsh situations. When we eat the plant, hold on one second, we have to use. When we eat the plant, we get the same protection that the plant gets, but we get protection from diseases and all those debilitating issues that affects our bodies. All right? Now, so these phytonutrients are very, very important to our health. Very important to our health. All right? Now, each color in the plant provides important health benefits, and no one color is superior to the other. Guys, how many of us grew up in your grandparents or our parents telling us, eat your greens, eat your vegetables, eat your greens. Greens is good for you. I grew up thinking that nothing else mattered. I grew up thinking that the only color that mattered when it comes to food is greens. I don't know about you, but that was my experience. But it says here, no one color is important than the other. Right? You need a balance of all the colors. You need to eat like the rainbow, right? No. The red phytonutrients that gives you lycopene, quercetin, and betalates. These are like from your red food, like your beets, your tomatoes, your red bell peppers, your cherries, the red foods, right? Now, what these phytonutrients in the red food do for your body is helps with your cardiovascular health, prevents inflammation, prevents our body-wide chronic inflammation, gives you bone health, detox your liver, prevents arthritis, helps with your heart and circulation, prevents diabetes, and is a powerful antioxidant and detoxifying agent, right? 74% of us do not eat enough red. My question to you is, are you among that 74%? If you are, don't worry. The reds are in the Phytopower. That's how powerful it is. So right away, we're talking about a slew of probiotics plus phytonutrients. Herbal phytonutrients, right? That helps with cardiovascular health, cellular aging, brain function, prevents arthritis, right? Prevents arthritis, good for detoxification. And these purple foods, 76% of people do not eat enough purple foods. Are you among those 76%? Don't worry, it's in this product, right? What about green? We all know about green, but yet still, 69% of us are not eating enough greens. If that's your situation, it's in the product, the greens, in the Phytopower. Good for eye health, skin health, cholesterol, and a bunch of other things, preventing blood pressure and blood sugar. What about yellow and orange phytonutrients? in your pumpkin, your carrot, your mangoes, your yellow bell peppers and stuff, good for cardiovascular health, antioxidant protection, anti-inflammatory protection, anti-aging, and all those kind of things. Listen, 74% of us do not eat enough yellow, and if you're among those 74%, good news, they are all in the phytopower, right? So you have probiotics, the good bacteria. You have the food for the probiotics, the prebiotics. You have the phytonutrients. That's three very profound things already we spoke about in the phytonutrients, and we're not done because you have digestive enzymes in the phytopower also. But you have digestive enzymes. If you don't have digestive enzymes, you could suffer from malnourishment. Imagine that. Even if you're eating a nutritious diet, you could still suffer from malnourishment if you're not having enough enzymes. Guys, it no make no sense. Can you imagine your trolley full of the best food, your fridge full of the most nutritious food, your pot is full of the most nutritious food, your plate is full, your belly is full, but you're starving. You're malnourished because you don't have the right tools in the body that is going to help you to break down those foods. Because, as I said before, the food has to be broken down and then made broken down into a more bioavailable form that the gut microbiome can absorb it, then distribute it to the cells via the bloodstream. If you're not doing that, you're in problems. Now, if you have a lot of enzymes, that is going to happen. So we're talking about enzymes like amylase that breaks down carbohydrates, right? Protease that breaks down break down protein into amino acid. Lipase that breaks down fats into critical fatty acid. Cellulase that breaks down plant life. And lactase that breaks down lactose from milk. And those people who are saying that they are lactose intolerant and can't have milk is because they don't have the right enzymes or enough of the right enzymes in the body, lactase enzyme in the body to break down the lactose. So putting them on this product is a done deal. So I'm saying this is one of the most valuable products I've ever come across since I'm in the wellness space. So what the phytopower does, floods the gut with the good bacteria, the probiotics and the prebiotics, the enzymes and the phytonutrients. All right? Yes. And it's very simple. It comes in sleeves, sachets. You just tear out the sachet, knock it out in your water or your juice or your shake, and just drink. All right? Then we have the red top bottle called Next Balance. This one now feeds the good bacteria. You have products, you have plant-based food source in this that provides soluble fiber and polyphenols. That's what the good bacteria eats and feeds on. Why is it called balance? It's called balance because two words you need to be familiar with when it comes to your gut. Balance and diversity. You need a diverse mix of good bacteria in the body. Not just to have good bacteria, but you need a diverse mix. Listen, if you are given a factory that assembles cars, you need a diverse mix of technicians to work the factory floor. You can't just have the electrical engineers alone, because you need mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. You need somebody to put on the tires, to set on the fender, to paint the body of the cars as you assemble the cars. If you only have one set or two sets, you won't have a complete car. Same thing in the body. You need a diverse mixture of the right bacteria in the body to do the work you need to do for you on behalf of you. So what this product does is feed the good bacteria, because every day the bad bacteria gets fed. What do I mean by that? What you say, oh, what do you mean by that? Because every day you eat sugar. Sugar is the most sneakiest thing ever. It's very sneaky. They sneak the sugar in almost everything. Recently, I was saying that even in Campbell's soup, they put sugar in Campbell's soup. Why? Because they want to enhance the flavor. But what they're doing basically is just creating addiction, because sugar is very addicting. All right? So sugar is in almost everything. And when you think you are doing well, You should look at all the things you eat and make a list of all the tablespoons of sugar in these things. And you're looking, you're going to shock yourself. Wow, in 1 week, I've eaten 10 pounds of sugar in 1 week. In 1 month, I eat so much pound of sugar. In 1 year, I eat so much pound of sugar. Yes. And what you're doing is feeding the bad bacteria. So that's one of the reasons why dysbiosis is created in the gut, because the good bacteria gets feeding so ever so often. They proliferate, they increase, and they take over the control of the gut, and the gut start doing the wrong thing. And then you have leaky gut and all kind of issues after that. All right? Not good. Okay. So the balance feeds the good bacteria so that they can grow, and there's a balance in the gut. Why is it called next? It's called next because it refers to the next generation of noni. How many of us are familiar with noni from in the 90s? It was a very, very powerful product that helped so many persons. It was so powerful and potent that this, by the way, this was the first ever new supplement superfood drink on the market. This company was very revolutionary from then. They brought the first supplement to the market, revolutionary supplement on the market, superfood drink. And it was so powerful. They did all these clinical trials and all these things to prove how efficacious it was, that the Noni juice was actually listed in the physician desk reference. Yes, the book that doctor refer new drugs, to look at new drugs and learn about new drugs. This Noni juice was in the physician desk reference. Now, for a supplement to be listed in the PDR, it's a big thing. So big this was that you know that Coca-Cola, 40 years in business. Coca-Cola, 40 years in business. This company, Noni, in their first year, outsold Coca-Cola 40-year sale. That is amazing for a supplement, a nutritional supplement drink, to outdo Coca-Cola's 40-year sale in their first year is something. In fact, it was said that every 1.8 seconds, a bottle of Noni was sold somewhere in the world. So that the company back then said nobody is going to out-Noni them. They never made Noni. God made Noni. They couldn't stop anybody else from coming out with Noni. But they said they're going to work with Noni to make sure that they are the foremost for the chart Noni producing company, Noni producing company, and they were. So this is called next balance because the company has found a way to increase the efficacy of Noni. And this is a proprietary technology that's owned by them. Nobody else has this. So they expose the Noni to not just fermentation. But fermentation by itself increases the polyphenols and increases the potency. But red light fermentation makes good Noni better. Red light fermentation makes better Noni best. So it makes it very, very even better. All right. Now, in addition to the Noni, it has fermented turmeric, jackfruit, lemon, red grape, blueberry, and a bunch of other stuff. Right? Now, the last one of the daily three is the detox, the next detox. This is going to detoxify the gut, the skin, the liver, and the blood. The gut, the skin, the liver, and the blood. But guys, let me tell you something. We can't take the act of detoxification simple. Why? Because we're living in a toxic soup right now. The world is a toxic place. So toxic. If you realize how toxic the world is, you probably would come to the house. But toxins are odorless, tasteless, and odorless. Can't smell it, can't taste it, and can't see it because it's invisible. But just like the bad bacteria, their mission and motive is to destroy you. And they are working 24/7, 365 to do that. Right. Now, the difference between the toxins your body accumulates and the toxins you release, what is called sequestered toxin or your body burden. You have to find ways to reduce your body burden. Right? Now, the body burden of people today is sometimes 3 times higher than the body burden of people living, say, 50 years ago. Why? Because there's more toxins, there's far more. Every 5 years, there's over 10,000 new chemical-related products that are released on the market that wasn't here 5 years ago. And most of them are not tested for safety. They just produce them and put them on the market. So what you use to wash your clothes, clean your house, bathe with, as your deodorant, as your shampoo, as your perfume, laced with all kind of different toxins that is the skin. It enters the body through the skin and then increases your body burden. The accumulation of these, there is a tipping point above which the accumulation of these toxins begin to interpret into disease. All right? So the more toxins you have, is the more you're prone to disease. And guess what? This product filters out the toxins, the body, plus the bad bacteria. And it's made up of a ton of good stuff. So guys, who are you paying? Are you paying the pharmacy? Or are you paying the farmer? If you're not paying the farmer today, you're going to pay the pharmacist tomorrow. All right? No two way about it. Plus, we have some new products. And these are derivatives of the fighter power. So as good as the fighter power is, they actually have a next generation set of products for the fighter power. Right? So we call them targeted probiotics. So we have one for energy. Guys, do you know that you and I could eat the same food? You and I could eat the same food, the same portion of the same food, and I walk away with more energy from my body than you, because you don't have the right strains or enough of the right strains of that particular probiotic that helps the body to harvest energy from the food you eat. So this particular product called Phyto E discharges in the body over 15 billion colony-forming units of 3 strains of targeted probiotics, one called Lactobacillus plantarum, one called Lactobacillus rhamnosus, one called Bifidobacterium infantis. We have the calm. Calm. So if you're not sleeping well, if you're not calm, you're stressed out, this is a very deal, and they all taste so good. So this deploys 10 billion CFUs, colony-forming units of 3 different strains of bacteria: Lactobacillus casei, Lactobacillus acidophilus, and Bifidobacterium breve. These are bacteria or probiotics whose specific job is to communicate with the brain, to release stress and tension from the body, so you're calmer, you sleep better, and you're more composed. We have one for weight management, help for you to lose weight or release weight from the body. This particular probiotic has a particular, I think it's 10,000 colony-forming units of a particular probiotic called Lactobacillus gasseri or gasseri, right? This communicates with the brain to tell the brain to release weight, release fat. And if you're underweight, you will put on weight. If you're overweight, you're going to drop weight, because this says weight management. It did not say weight loss. All right? We have what to block the sugar. Guys, nothing disrupts your health more than sugar. Nothing disrupts your health more than sugar. Sugar is the biggest enemy to your health. Right? So the sugar creates dysbiosis in the gut, and therefore leads into leaky gut and a myriad of other harmful, life-threatening, inflammatory diseases. So what we should be doing every day is finding ways to block the amount of sugar hitting the gut. So this particular product, you drink this 15 minutes before your largest meal. If your dinner is your largest meal, drink it 15 minutes before dinner. If lunch is your largest meal, 15 minutes before lunch. If breakfast is your largest meal, 15 minutes before breakfast. Right? It's going to block between 60 to 70% of the sugar, carbs, or calories hitting your gut. This is a godsend. This is not just for diabetics or pre-diabetics. It's good for every one of us because if you're not a diabetic or a pre-diabetic, at the rate of how we consume sugar, either knowingly or unknowingly, it's only a matter of time before we get there. But you don't want to get there, my friend. So this product, get on it. All right. So what's the cost for this? There's 3 prices for the daily 3 system. You can either pay the full retail price of $185 or get the best price at subscription for $160. So you determine. The person who invited you here tonight, today, or this evening, depending on where you're calling from, they will advise you as to how to get the best price. All right. Then you have other systems. If you want the fighter combo pack, which consists of all the new generation of fighters, the energy, the calm, the sugar block, and the weight, is the best price is $155, but the retail is $185. But why people? Why pay $185 when you can get it for $155? Just get back to the person who invited you tonight, and they'll tell you how to set you up to get the best price, $155 from one supply. Now, if you want the Fighter Power Complete Pack, which is all the fighters, the mother of all fighters, the Fighter Power, plus the new generation of fighters, all together in a combo pack. Retail price $265, but the best price is $230. Then, if stress is your main issue, you may want to get the daily calm pack, which is 1 month supply of the calm plus a balance and a detox. Best price $155, retail price $185. Or if energy or the lack thereof is your main problem, you may want to get the daily energy pack, which comprises of the Fighter E and the month supply of the energy and 1 balance and 1 detox. What if you're within weight, but you know what? You want to watch your weight because 2 months down the line or 3 months down the line, you go into this class reunion and you want to fit in with that red dress. You know that if you continue, you are going to put on some weight by the time. This is a very good plan package to take. It's a daily trim backpack, 1 month supply of the weight, next balance and next detox for $155, best price. But if you have some weight that you really want to drop seriously, if you have some weight you really want to release seriously, then the daily trim complete is where you need to go. Best price is $255, retail price, the subscription price is $225. You get 1 month supply of the sugar block, 1 month supply of the weight, a balance, and a detox. Now, the complete pack is the pack you want to work. The complete pack. Complete pack gives you all the products, right? All the products in one complete pack, including our skincare that is super good for your skin, right? The complete pack, the retail price is $425, but you can get it for $345 on subscription, right? Now, I'm going to just quickly stop right here for a second and give anybody on the call a chance to give a testimony. Let's say you have a question or you have a testimony you want to share. You just raise your hands or release your microphone so you can share your testimony or ask a question. Is there anybody on the call who may have a testimony they want to share or they have a question they want to ask? Please raise your hand, my friends, and I will unmute you so you can ask your question. If not, we'll move on. So it seems we're all good here, so we're going to move on. So there is a way in which you can improve your personal economy by just being a promoter of Love BIOME and their products. A promoter. You don't have to sell, just tell. Most of the things that you know today, that you are on board with today, were not sold to you, but they were shared to you by a person that you care about. They never had to sell you. Your grandmother never had to tell you about Vicks and sell you Vicks paper or which bush good for you or whatever. She just shared it because you respect your grandmother. So there are people out there that you know who respect you. Just share. Send them to the link, send them to the presentation, and they come on. So we're going to share with you how you can basically make money from the comfort of your cell phone. So, first thing you want to do is to become a member. And becoming a member at Love BIOME is so easy. The membership at Love BIOME is a one-time payment of $25 US. Not $25 a month or $25 a year. You pay it one time and it's done. What do you get? You get a $200 a month value for that $25 you pay one time. You're going to get a professional design website that costs $50 a month. You're going to get an e-commerce store connected to fulfillment center, which means when you purchase, it automatically is shipped to you a fulfillment center, a $50 a month value. You're going to get an online management dashboard, business management dashboard. This is a $50 a month value. And you're going to get an in-house customer service, online support ticket system. Another $50 a month value. $200 a month value, you pay for $25 one time. That makes you a member. Once you're a member, you get access to the company's line of products at a very good price. And then you can make arrangements to get the very ultimate best price. So we have what is called perfected compensation, where we pay you to promote. Now, we have 5 levels in the business, my friends, 5 levels. We have merchant, builder, leader, star performer, and elite performer. All of these positions pays you good money in US dollars. Not so much to sell, but just to tell your friends and relatives that something exists that could save your lives. Simple. Just sharing a link. Same way you're on this link tonight or today, given to you by somebody, same way. Just send your friends a link, they come on the call, they get the information, it's done. That's it. All right? Now, as a merchant, you are paid anywhere from $140 to $500 a month. As a builder, anywhere from $500 a month to $1,600 US a month as a builder. As a leader, anything from 1,600 to I think 25,000 US. And as a star performer, anything from 25,000 US to 62,000 US dollars. As a elite performer, anything from 62,000 US dollars upwards is paid to you as an elite performer, right? There's over $25,000 worth of bonuses that are on the table that you earn as you climb through the ladder from builder to leader. All right. So the most important thing is just to get registered and start sharing. Get registered and start sharing. When you're out there to buy a car, I don't know of anybody who spent months trying to understand every detail about the car, how it is made, what works. No, you just want to know that it goes some X, Y, and Z to certain in 60 seconds. It uses gasoline, that the stereo works, that shocks. The steering wheel is right here, and you can afford it. And as you drive the car, you learn the car, right? In this situation, it is so easy. The biggest thing in this is sharing. Once you can share, you can send a link, you can build this. Simple, all right? Now we have a very simple, profound program I want to share with you, whereby which, let's say for argument's sake, we have find 5 persons and teach those 5 persons to find 10 customers each. And you just teach them to sell one of the fighter pack. The one of the fighter, let's say the car for argument's sake is $39 US. Or the weight management. Let's say you had a weight management and you sold each of those persons one pack of weight management for $39. If you had 5 persons and they all had 10 customers each, that they sold a pack of the weight or a pack of any of the fighter that cost $39, it would pay you $225. But if each of those 5 persons found 5 persons each who had 10 customers each, just selling one pack of any one of those fighters for $39, it will pay you $975. If you duplicate that to the third level, $2,850 on the third level. Fourth level, $12,875. Fifth level, $59,000. And by the time it reaches your sixth level, it's $762,000 US. No, that is some real life-changing thing. By the way, don't you ever look at this and say, boy, this don't look right. Because one thing I can tell you, people lie, friends lie, sisters lie, brothers lie, but numbers do not lie. These are numbers that checks out. And guess what? I'm going to share something with you. If you don't believe for $762,000 a month, then look at this. What if, for argument's sake, you got it 50% right? You got it 50% right. That means it's $365,000 a month. What if you only got it 25% right? The $180,000 a month got it. What if you only got it 20% right? That is $90,000 a month. And 6% in anything would have made you a big failure. But 6% right in this would pay you $45,000. So you're seeing, guys, there's a lot to be gained here. And by the way, as I said before, there's no rocket science, nothing hard here. It's all about sharing. If you can share, you can do this. There are people on the call right now, persons on the call for the first time because they share. All right? Now, once you start earning, you apply for this card. They love BIOME branded Visa card. This is how the company pays. So you get paid right away, in almost instantly. All right? And by the way, the sharing thing is not simple, it's not normal, it's not simple. You know that if you share this program to eight persons, you help 8 persons to get on the daily 3, you get your daily 3 free. Why? Because you earn enough commissions to pay for your daily 3. That is really a problem. Right? This company believes in play hard, work hard, play hard. That's what they believe. And they treat their people very well. Recently, they took a team of their top performers to Dubai, where they went camelback riding, all kind of different things, all expense paid. Next year, they are taking the top performers to Greece, fly you up to Greece, to tour the ruins of Athens. Then we jump on a cruise, a Mediterranean cruise. Each cabin has its own balcony. Mediterranean cruise, where we're gonna cruise the Mediterranean for 1 week. Turkey, Greece, all those Mediterranean countries for 1 week. Guys, this could be your second honeymoon, right? And all you have to do basically is just build the business, earn the money, and earn the cruise on top of the money. That's it. Build the business, earn the money, and earn the cruise on top of the money. That's it. Right? So our group, my friends, is called the TSI group. It stands for Team Success International. This is an international business group. We have people in the UK, America, in the Caribbean, Jamaica, all over. And we support you, give you training and support by providing conference calls, webinars, company events alike. All right? So we want to help you to build your business, all right? We had recently had an event in Montego Bay, and we're going back. Right? So that's it. Guys, this is the end of the presentation. I hope you were blessed with the information. Get back to the person we invited here tonight, today, this afternoon, and help them. Let them help you to get on board, to get your daily 3 or whatever package you think is you need right now. All right. Looking forward to seeing you on this call tonight at 8 o'clock Jamaica, 9 p.m. US. We are right here again tonight on the same link. You can come back and bring a friend. All right. Thank you, guys. And this is the end of the call. Take care.